In the news tonight, husband and wife murdered at Blackbush home.
And lady lied up front of the door and a knife in the lady's neck, and the man lied on some blood there and the lady went and burned him.
And drug use in communities must stop, says Minister Ben.
But there's so much we can do even at this point in time. So we have to rely on our development partners to step in with this fight and also to work with us in the communities and with particular persons in our communities who need rehabilitation in respect of drug use. But the disruption in the communities has to stop and the crime has to stop.
Husband and wife were found dead this morning in their home in Blackbush Pole, the quarantine babies, in what the police are treating as a robbery murder. There is Subnat Budraj and Sarswati Budraj. The couple's home was also set on fire by the suspect or suspects. Police sources told this newscast that both bodies had stab wounds and slashes to their necks. The house was ransacked and relatives are reporting that cash and jewelry were missing from the home. A relative told reporters that he got a call indicating that his aunt's house was on fire.
Well, 11 minutes after 4, I get a call from my neighbor looking at this live right side. And I say, my auntie house is on fire, let me go. I right come, he gave my whole set body there out fire and so I'm going to my help too. I know when I go in the house. When I go and say, family, let me open the door. When I open the door, the man and the lady light on the right side of the door.
He told reporters that he saw a knife stuck in his aunt's neck.
The man lady light up front of the door and a knife in the lady's neck, and the man light on some blood there and the lady went and burned him.
He said the 67-year-old man and his 60-year-old wife lived alone and operated a shop at the Akasari location and had been doing so for several years.
A good person, and I make problem with nobody, this stay home all the time.
And the man?
Same thing, rice and house, that's it.
Police investigators were summoned to the scene and commenced their investigations into the double murder. The lawmen took statements from neighbors, some of whom helped form a bucket brigade to help to put out the fire at the house.
Running late and can't wait to the gate? We got you. The Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited has introduced a fast and easier way to make payments to your accounts through the GT&T mobile money services. Here's how. Click on the MMG app. Under Services, select Pay Bills. When you are there, look for the Financial Institution option. Once that is done, select Guyana Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited to pay your loan or make payments to your savings. Payments to the credit union made easier. GPS CCU, the credit union you can bank on.
James Singh, head of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, Kanu, said his unit wants to send a strong message to drug traffickers that the government is serious about fighting narcotics within Guyana and that Guyana will not be used as a transshipment point. Singh made the disclosure during the destruction of drugs from cases that were completed before the courts on Saturday on Carifesta Avenue. Many believe that the main players, or what Guyanese will call the big fish in the drug trade, are untouched, but Singh made it clear that no one is untouchable.
Again, last year would have shown that we had several seizures and arrested and put before the court several persons who've been linked to narcotics over 20 to 30 years. They're currently before the court. While I wouldn't label anyone as big fish, it just demonstrates that no one is untouchable, regardless of who you are or what position you think you hold. If you're found with narcotics, you will be arrested and placed before the courts.
He said 2022 was a successful year in Kanu's drug trafficking fight, with over 3.7 tons of marijuana and 124 kilos of cocaine being seized.
The price in some of these countries have made it more lucrative. Over the past 10 years, we would have seen cocaine predominantly going to North America. Now we're seeing a shift to Europe, even through Africa, where the price is much better. And that in itself, we always say, and Minister Ben also adds, that the demand countries has to do a lot more to curb the habit. It's as a result of the demand, it's supply and demand. Countries like us, because of our geographic location, are caught in the middle between the supply and the market.
For years, many have used Guyana as a transshipment point to move drugs to other ports, and Singh said there has been a lot more success in the country in the fight against drugs.
ProMedia Professional Live Streaming Service. Experience the difference when it's live. ProMedia provides you a complete range of live and demand streaming solutions, no matter what your special event may be. Weddings, funerals, concerts, press conferences, conventions, seminars, workshops, meetings, religious events, and more. For more information, call 669-5376 or 609-5264. Experience the difference when it's live.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washi me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
Minister of Home Affairs Robeson Ben said Guyana needs more help in its fight against drug trafficking. He was at the time addressing KANU officers at the destruction exercise of marijuana and cocaine. While praising KANU for their efforts in combating the drug trade, Minister Ben told KANU that they are the shock troops of the battle against drug trafficking.
We need more help in respect of this fight. We need help in terms of the assets, the resources, vehicles, even planes, I think, to help prevent the flow of drugs through Guyana. And I emphasize that the flow of drugs through Guyana relates to the expanding forms of criminality, money laundering, smuggling of people, of women, children even, and gun crime. And the disruption of wholesome living and progress and activity in our communities. So this work has to continue. Our President, Irfan Ali, has committed with us to bring more resources, more support in respect of this fight. But there's so much we can do even at this point in time. So we have to rely on our development partners to step in with this fight and also to work with us in the communities and with particular persons in our communities who need rehabilitation in respect of drug use. But the disruption in the communities has to stop and the crime has to stop.
For these and other stories, do visit us at our website www.rdproductiongy.com.